drive things off the wall.
That's us, man. 24/7.
You should expect the unexpected. I mean,
Make it known that this is all about being 100% authentic.
We are live now.
So, with that being said, let's jump right in.
I think what makes that interesting, though, is the fact that you've proven during this time, we've proven that we can be effective in getting our job done virtually, right? And then now you have this expectation of let's go back and do what we did. And now the expectation is we want you in the office, like it was pre-pandemic, right? Even then, we're still in the pandemic, right? But I think that's what it is for a lot of people. Why do you expect me to behave in the way that I behaved pre-pandemic when I've experienced working and being effective at working in the pandemic away from the office?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to me, I think that's the hypocrisy. I saw a post on social media. It speaks to the hypocrisy of this entire thought process, and it's hypocrite that the post wasn't hypocritical, but the structure around it highlights to me the hypocrisy of it. The post was, people who are on unemployment, this needs to end. This doesn't make any sense. People are screaming that they need jobs, or they need people to work. They need people to work, right? But my thought is, why would I go to work for less than what I can make on unemployment? That, like, this unemployment situation has highlighted the hypocrisy of our economic system. Like, we're paying people non-livable wages and expecting them to slump and slave for 40 hours a week or more. And we clearly just showed that unemployment can, at $600 a week, which comes out to like about, I think, $10 an hour, something like that, 10, 12 an hour.
Yeah.
Why am I going to go work for less than $10 an hour? Why am I going to work for, at this stage of the game, honestly, if I wasn't, and God forbid I'm ever in this position, I don't know about y'all, but this is my personal philosophy on it. If I had to work an hourly wage job at this stage of the game and I was getting unemployment right now, I'm not leaving out my house for less than 15.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it.
Job has to give me 15 an hour. It doesn't matter. It's not like, I know the thought process of, you want to be working, you want to do something. Yeah, I do. But I just sat on my butt for weeks and made more money than I'm going to make. Why am I going to give up this money to be making far less and working harder to feel good? That's not a feel good. I can't feed my family or feel good.
Yeah. Dev, I'm curious on your thoughts on all that, because what's your working situation?
My working situation is I work from home.
But he's always worked from home.
Working for,
But I've been working from home for years.
right.
So
So what if your job was like, hey, Dev, all of a sudden we need you to start coming in the office, and you work from home all these years and you've been effective in working from home all these years? How would you be looking for another job? Are you used to, working from home?
yeah, absolutely. And to answer your question, what I would do is I would ask the question and see if there's a conversation, if there's some concessions or negotiations that needs to be had. And if there wasn't, then the decision would have to be made whether I want to stay and just, abide by what the regulation says or look for a new job. That's really what it boils down to after you have after you have that conversation. Because, the thing that I would bring up and argue is, well, why do I need to go back into the office? I'm going to be doing the same type of work, and it shows that my production was there when I was not in the office. So, what would it be talking about here? And if there is no way to negotiate, then that's a bigger decision that I have to make.
Yeah. I want to say we're losing in education. We're losing a lot of people for various reasons. So we're losing a lot of teachers because it's harder now, right? It's harder to teach, right, when you're in a pandemic, right? When you have so much disruption in teaching. And well, you could probably talk about that because you're a teacher.
All right. So we lose teachers for that. There's the distractions, there's the disruptions of being in a virtual setting, a hybrid setting. You have the political games that are being played with our profession. You have so many things that are, to me, in my opinion, detracting people from wanting to stay in education. Like I know what got me a little hot under the collar was, we didn't get a pay increase.
Mhm.
All last year it was the same. I made the exact same salary last year that I made the year before, and I was supposed to get a step increase, but because my pay is controlled by government officials, if the senators, or if the House, the legislature decides, hey, we're freezing, teacher pay, I don't have anybody I can negotiate with or I could argue with. It's like, yo, we don't have unions here, so I can't call my union rep and be like, yo, I'm not working, or we need to go on strike. You know what I mean? But their thought of freezing the pay was, we basically have to see economically how this is all going to shake out. Because
So even with the federal funds, the ESSER funds, all that money that was given to the state, they didn't give none of that.
Keep in mind, any federal funding is, states can turn that down. And I know South Carolina has a history of turning down federal funds for education when it comes from Democratic presidents.
That's crazy.
So I know they did it with President Obama. I'm assuming they're gonna do it with President Biden if they feel some kind of way.
Yo, if you haven't, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and follow 5 Things Off the Wall on all platforms.